Santiago, a young shepherd in the Andalusian countryside, is content with his simple life of traveling with his sheep and observing the world around him. Yet, deep down, he feels a sense of longing for something more, a feeling that grows stronger with each passing day. This yearning is sparked by a recurring dream he has every night, a dream that seems to offer glimpses of a hidden treasure located near the Egyptian pyramids. Although he initially dismisses it as fanciful, the dream continues to haunt him, and Santiago begins to wonder if it might hold some meaning. Curiosity eventually pushes him to seek out answers. He visits a gypsy fortune teller in a nearby town, hoping she might shed light on the meaning of his dream. Although he's skeptical, Santiago feels compelled to trust her when she tells him that his dream is prophetic and that he must travel to the pyramids to find the treasure awaiting him. She explains that the universe often communicates in subtle ways, and that Santiago's dream may be guiding him toward his personal legend or life's purpose. She adds, however, that if he finds the treasure, he should offer her a portion of it as payment. This prediction fills Santiago with both excitement and doubt, as he wrestles with the idea of leaving his familiar world in search of something that may not exist. Shortly after this encounter, Santiago has a chance meeting with a mysterious man named Melchizedek, who reveals himself to be the king of Salem. Melchizedek possesses a deep wisdom and seems to know everything about Santiago's life, even details that he has never shared. The old king speaks of the concept of a personal legend, the path each person is destined to follow in order to fulfill their true potential. Melchizedek explains that most people ignore their dreams and their personal legends out of fear or complacency, but those who listen to their hearts and pursue their dreams find fulfillment beyond material success. The King of Salem tells Santiago that the universe conspires to help people achieve their personal legends when they are determined to pursue them. Santiago is deeply moved by Melchizedek's words, as he feels that he is finally understood and encouraged. Melchizedek offers Santiago 2 magical stones, Urim and Thummim, which he says will help Santiago make decisions when he faces uncertainty along his journey. One stone represents yes, and the other, no. And the king explains that these stones can act as a compass for Santiago if he ever feels lost or needs guidance. Santiago feels both empowered and apprehensive, torn between the comfort of his shepherd's life and the thrilling, yet daunting, call to adventure that lies ahead. Finally, inspired by the king's words and reassured by the magical stones, Santiago decides to take a leap of faith. He sells his flock of sheep, his sole source of livelihood, and gathers what little money he has. Though hesitant, he feels a strong conviction that he must follow his dream, despite the sacrifices it demands. With a mix of excitement, anxiety, and a sense of destiny, Santiago embarks on his journey, crossing the sea to Tangier, Morocco in North Africa, where he believes his adventure will truly begin. Once in Tangier, however, Santiago's optimism is quickly shattered when he encounters a local man who offers to guide him through the city. Trusting this stranger, Santiago hands over his money, only to realize too late that he has been deceived. The man disappears into the bustling marketplace, leaving Santiago with nothing. Alone in a foreign land, penniless and heartbroken, Santiago feels defeated. He begins to question the wisdom of his decision, wondering if he was foolish to abandon his life as a shepherd for a dream that now seems impossible to reach. After days of despair, Santiago decides that he must find a way to survive and possibly even return home. He takes a job with a local crystal merchant, a man who runs a small, struggling shop on a hill overlooking Tangier. The merchant, though wary and somewhat resigned to his modest life, allows Santiago to work for him. Santiago quickly proves to be a valuable asset, offering ideas to improve the business and attract more customers. He suggests displaying crystal glasses outside to catch the sunlight and draw people's attention. And later, he proposes selling tea in crystal cups to attract travelers. The merchant, initially skeptical, agrees to Santiago's ideas, and together they transform the shop into a thriving business. Through his work at the crystal shop, Santiago learns important lessons about perseverance, resilience, and adaptation. He realizes that even setbacks and failures hold valuable lessons, and he grows increasingly confident in his ability to shape his own destiny. Working at the shop also gives him time to reflect on the journey he has undertaken and the meaning of his personal legend. Though he is tempted to stay in Tangier, Santiago feels a persistent inner call, urging him to continue his pursuit of the treasure. As the shop prospers and Santiago earns enough money to continue his journey, he feels a renewed sense of purpose. He begins to understand that every experience, whether joyful or painful, contributes to his growth and brings him closer to his personal legend. With newfound clarity and a strengthened resolve, Santiago leaves the crystal shop and joins a caravan traveling across the Sahara Desert, heading toward Egypt and the pyramids that have haunted his dreams. With his spirits lifted and a renewed sense of purpose, Santiago joins a caravan journeying across the Sahara Desert toward Egypt. The caravan, composed of a diverse group of people from different backgrounds and cultures, is guided by the caravan leader, a wise and cautious man who warns them of the dangers that lie ahead, particularly the tribal wars that rage in the desert. Santiago, though excited, also feels apprehensive as he realizes that the desert is vast and unknown, with a beauty and mystery that both captivate and intimidate him. Among the travelers, Santiago meets an Englishman who stands out from the others. The Englishman is deeply absorbed in his books on alchemy, the ancient practice of transforming base metals into gold and, more significantly, a metaphorical quest for personal transformation. Unlike Santiago, who relies on intuition and experiences, the Englishman is intensely intellectual and has studied alchemy for years. He is on a personal journey to meet the alchemist, a reputedly powerful figure residing in the Al Fayoum oasis, who is said to possess the secrets of the masterwork, the Philosopher's Stone, which can turn any metal into gold, and the elixir of life, which grants immortality. The Englishman's passion for alchemy fascinates Santiago, who finds himself drawn into the man's world of symbols, arcane language, and cryptic ideas. Through the Englishman, Santiago learns that the pursuit of alchemy requires both spiritual and intellectual dedication, as well as the belief that all elements in the universe are connected. The Englishman explains the concept of the soul of the world, a force that binds all things together and serves as a reservoir of wisdom, energy, and unity. Santiago is intrigued by the idea, feeling that it resonates with the connection he feels to nature, his sheep, and even the crystal merchant he worked for. Though the Englishman relies heavily on books, Santiago finds himself relying on his instincts, curiosity, and sense of wonder. The desert itself becomes a vast and enigmatic teacher for Santiago. As the caravan journeys through the ever-shifting sands, Santiago is mesmerized by the beauty and stillness of the desert. He learns to interpret the subtle signs in the landscape, listening to the language of the desert, its winds, the stars, and even the rare, sparse plants that survive its harsh conditions. Santiago feels the presence of the soul of the world in the silence of the desert, and he begins to understand that his journey is not just about finding treasure, but about discovering his own deeper purpose and inner strength. As the caravan continues its journey, Santiago and the Englishman engage in deep discussions about the nature of alchemy and life. The Englishman passionately shares his knowledge of the masterwork and the alchemical symbols he believes will help him unlock the mysteries of transformation. Although Santiago appreciates the Englishman's dedication, he senses that the Englishman is missing a key aspect of the alchemist's teachings, the importance of experiencing the world directly, rather than solely through books and theories. Santiago realizes that the true essence of alchemy, much like the journey toward his own personal legend, lies in embracing the unknown and learning from each experience. The caravan leader advises the travelers to stay vigilant and avoid unnecessary distractions due to the threat of tribal conflict in the desert. This tense atmosphere adds to Santiago's feeling of living on the edge, of embarking on a journey that constantly tests his resolve and resilience. Amid this tension, Santiago grows increasingly aware of his surroundings, paying close attention to every subtle sign, every shift in the desert's mood. He feels that the universe is speaking to him through these signs, and he uses the stones, Urim and Thummim, when he feels uncertain, seeking guidance through their mystical properties. After weeks of travel, the caravan finally reaches the Al-Fayoum oasis, a sprawling green haven amidst the barren desert sands. The oasis is bustling with life, filled with palm trees, clear springs, and tribes of people who have settled there to escape the dangers of the ongoing tribal wars. Santiago is awed by the contrast between the harsh, empty desert and the lush, life-giving oasis. The sight of the oasis renews his energy and rekindles his hope that his journey is progressing as it should. At the oasis, Santiago learns more about the alchemist, a mysterious figure who is rumored to possess extraordinary powers and profound wisdom. The alchemist is highly respected and somewhat feared, as he lives in seclusion and is said to be able to perform miraculous feats. The Englishman is determined to meet him, believing that the alchemist holds the key to completing his studies and achieving the masterwork. Santiago, on the other hand, feels a mix of curiosity and caution, uncertain if he himself should seek out the alchemist or continue relying on his own instincts and journey. In the days that follow, Santiago explores the oasis and observes the customs of the people who live there. He becomes enchanted by the place and contemplates whether he might find happiness and fulfillment here, away from the dangerous journey through the desert. Despite these thoughts, he is reminded of his personal legend and the promise he made to himself to follow his dream to the pyramids, regardless of the obstacles. The journey has already transformed him in ways he never expected, and Santiago feels closer to understanding the universal language of the world, the connection between all beings, and the shared quest for purpose. The Englishman finally manages to arrange a meeting with the alchemist, but to his disappointment, he finds little satisfaction in their encounter. The alchemist challenges him to abandon his books and learn directly from the world around him, urging him to see that true wisdom comes from experiences, not just study. Santiago observes this interaction and reflects on his own journey, recognizing that the true path to self-discovery lies in living and learning from each step along the way, rather than seeking shortcuts or expecting easy answers. As Santiago watches the Englishman struggle with his desire for answers, he resolves to trust his instincts and allow his journey to unfold naturally. He realizes that he is on his own path to becoming an alchemist of sorts, not by turning metals into gold, but by transforming himself through the pursuit of his dreams, his courage, and his understanding of the soul of the world. With these revelations, Santiago is ready to continue his journey, feeling a deeper sense of purpose and a stronger connection to the universe. At the Al-Fayoum oasis, Santiago experiences a peaceful reprieve from his journey through the harsh desert. The oasis is a sanctuary, with its abundant palm trees, clear water, and vibrant life. Here, Santiago encounters a beautiful young woman named Fatima, and he is immediately captivated. For the first time, Santiago feels the deep pull of love, something he never anticipated on his journey. As he gets to know Fatima, they share a connection that quickly grows into love. a love strong enough to make Santiago question his path. Santiago finds himself facing a dilemma, whether to continue pursuing his personal legend or to stay at the oasis with Fatima. He is torn, feeling that he could be content here, with a love that fills him with joy and peace. Yet, Santiago also senses that his journey is incomplete, and that abandoning it might bring a kind of emptiness that even his love for Fatima could not fill. When he voices these concerns to her, Fatima, in a display of selflessness, encourages him to follow his dreams. She tells Santiago that true love will endure and will not stand in the way of his destiny. Her words reassure him, and he realizes that his love for Fatima is, in itself, a part of his personal legend, a gift he has been given to cherish and carry with him as he continues. Santiago's time at the oasis is further marked by a significant vision. While observing the flight patterns of a pair of hawks, he experiences a sudden and vivid premonition of an impending attack on the oasis by a warring tribe. Disturbed by this vision, Santiago approaches the tribal chieftains to warn them of the danger. Though initially skeptical, the chieftains respect the possibility of Santiago's foresight and prepare for the attack. Santiago's prophecy soon proves correct, as the oasis is indeed attacked. But the inhabitants manage to defend it, thanks to Santiago's timely warning. This act of courage and intuition earns Santiago the admiration and respect of the chieftains, as well as the mysterious attention of the alchemist, who observes him from afar. The alchemist approaches Santiago and acknowledges his courage, recognizing in him the qualities of a true seeker, someone willing to listen to the signs around him and to follow his intuition. The alchemist, a formidable figure known for his wisdom and mystical abilities, offers to guide Santiago through the final and most challenging phase of his journey to the pyramids. Santiago, though uncertain, is drawn to the alchemist's deep knowledge and spiritual power. He feels that there are still profound lessons to be learned, and he agrees to travel with him, understanding that this guidance will help him uncover the last layers of his personal legend. As they travel through the desert, the alchemist becomes a mentor to Santiago, teaching him about the secrets of alchemy and the deeper spiritual truths that govern the world. He explains that the true nature of alchemy goes beyond the literal transformation of metals into gold. It is the art of understanding the soul of the world, the invisible force that connects all things. Santiago learns that to become an alchemist of his own life, he must transform himself through understanding and embodying the language of the world around him. The alchemist emphasizes that fear is the only thing that can hold Santiago back from fulfilling his destiny, and that courage is necessary to reach one's true potential. Throughout their journey, Santiago learns the importance of following his heart and trusting in the wisdom it offers. The alchemist challenges Santiago to confront his fears, telling him that the heart is often the most powerful guide when one's mind is clouded by doubt. Santiago struggles with this concept, realizing that although his heart sometimes feels burdened with fear, it also carries the dreams and desires that drive him forward. With the alchemist's guidance, he learns to listen closely to his heart and to understand that even its fears are part of his journey. The alchemist teaches him that listening to the heart allows one to be in harmony with the soul of the world, unlocking the potential for great transformation. During their time together, the alchemist demonstrates his mastery of alchemy by performing a miraculous act. He turns lead into gold in front of Santiago. The transformation is symbolic, showing Santiago that alchemy represents the transformation of the self, as much as it does the transformation of physical materials. Santiago begins to realize that his journey is an internal one, a process of discovering his own capabilities, wisdom, and strength. He understands that, like alchemy, his path is about self-transformation, turning his doubts and fears into resolve and understanding. As Santiago and the alchemist near the end of their journey, Santiago faces yet another trial. They are captured by a group of tribal warriors who accuse them of being spies and threaten their lives. The alchemist, calm and unafraid, tells the warriors that Santiago is capable of transforming into the wind, a feat that he will perform to demonstrate his connection to the soul of the world. Santiago is shocked and terrified by this claim, as he has no idea how to do such a thing. However, the alchemist reassures him, explaining that he must tap into the deeper wisdom of the desert and believe in his ability to accomplish the impossible. Left alone, Santiago is forced to meditate deeply, connecting with the elements around him, the wind, the sun, and the vast desert. He speaks to the elements, calling upon the power of the soul of the world, and in an incredible mystical moment, he successfully transforms himself, creating a powerful storm that astonishes the warriors and saves his life. This act of transformation marks a pivotal moment for Santiago. He has overcome his deepest fears, realizing his capacity to achieve the extraordinary through his connection to the universe. With this final trial overcome, Santiago's understanding of the world deepens, and he feels a renewed determination to reach the pyramids. His time with the alchemist has revealed the true essence of his journey, the mastery of his own fears, the realization of his inner strength, and a profound understanding of the interconnectedness of all things. Santiago is prepared to complete his journey, feeling as though he has already discovered the treasure within himself, even if he has not yet reached the physical treasure he sought. Having journeyed through the desert with the alchemist and gained a deeper understanding of his own power and purpose, Santiago finally reaches the outskirts of the Egyptian pyramids. The sight fills him with awe and humility as he realizes he has arrived at the destination his dreams pointed to for so long. Yet, he senses that his journey may still have one final challenge. Reflecting on this as he gazes at the pyramids, Santiago kneels in the sand and begins to dig, hoping to unearth the treasure he has pursued. Exhausted but determined, he digs deep into the ground, only to find nothing but sand and rocks. Frustration and disappointment begin to set in, as Santiago wonders if he misinterpreted the dream, or if the treasure was an illusion. Despite his doubts, he remembers the words of the alchemist and the importance of perseverance, even in the face of uncertainty. While Santiago continues digging, a group of robbers suddenly appears. They spot him alone in the desert, digging frantically, and they seize him, assuming he has discovered hidden riches. The robbers demand that Santiago reveal the location of the treasure, but he truthfully tells them about his dream, the journey that brought him to the pyramids, and his belief that a treasure lies buried nearby. The robbers laugh at his story, mocking him for having sacrificed so much in pursuit of a foolish dream. One of the robbers, curious but scornful, decides to share his own story. He tells Santiago that he once had a dream about a treasure buried beneath the roots of a sycamore tree, growing in the ruins of an old church in Spain. The robber dismisses the dream as meaningless, saying he never took it seriously. This revelation shocks Santiago, as he realizes that the exact spot the robber described is where he had his original dream and where his journey began. With a mixture of disbelief and sudden clarity, Santiago understands that the treasure was always closer than he thought, right back where his journey started. The robbers, uninterested in Santiago's newfound understanding, take what little money he has left and leave him battered in the desert. Although exhausted and beaten, Santiago feels a profound sense of enlightenment. He realizes that the journey, with all its hardships and discoveries, was the true treasure, revealing his own resilience, courage, and wisdom. His heart, strengthened by the trials he endured, feels complete, knowing that his personal legend has been fulfilled in ways he could never have imagined. Determined to see his journey through to the end, Santiago returns to Spain, back to the church ruins where he first had the dream of the pyramids and the treasure. With renewed hope, he begins to dig under the roots of the old sycamore tree. His persistence pays off as he eventually unearths a small weathered chest filled with gold coins, gemstones, and precious artifacts. Overwhelmed with joy, Santiago understands that the treasure was real all along, hidden in plain sight. However, Santiago also realizes that the physical wealth is only a small part of the treasure he has found. His true wealth lies in the wisdom he gained, the love he discovered with Fatima, and the understanding of the soul of the world, the universal force that binds all things. Santiago reflects on the people he encountered: the gypsy, Melchizedek, the crystal merchant, the Englishman, the alchemist, and, of course, Fatima, each of whom played a crucial role in guiding him toward his destiny. He understands that his journey was not merely a search for riches, but a path to self-discovery, growth, and fulfillment. As the story closes, Santiago feels a deep sense of peace and fulfillment, aware that he has completed his personal legend. He recalls the wisdom of the alchemist and the lessons he learned along the way, that the journey is often as important as the destination, and that the heart's true desires must be followed with courage and faith. Santiago's journey ends where it began, but he returns a changed man with a richer understanding of himself and the world. The adventure has shown him that treasures can be found both within and without, and that life itself is an endless quest for knowledge, love, and purpose. The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho is a modern fable about following one's dreams, discovering inner strength, and realizing the profound interconnectedness of all things. Santiago's journey serves as a metaphor for the pursuit of purpose, which Coelho refers to as one's personal legend. Through each stage of his journey, Santiago learns important lessons about life, love, fear, and courage, which are the story's core themes. One of the book's central themes is the importance of pursuing one's dreams despite obstacles. Santiago's decision to leave his comfortable life as a shepherd and embark on a quest for treasure illustrates the courage needed to chase one's aspirations. Coelho emphasizes that dreams are powerful. They are messages from the soul, calling individuals to fulfill their unique potential. The novel teaches that the journey toward achieving dreams may not be easy, but every setback offers growth, and every step forward brings wisdom and insight. Another significant theme in The Alchemist is the concept of the soul of the world. The alchemist explains to Santiago that the universe is interconnected and that everything and everyone share a universal soul. This force binds all elements in nature and serves as a guide for those who seek to understand life's mysteries. Santiago's connection with the soul of the world allows him to perform the miraculous act of turning into the wind, symbolizing his unity with the universe and the depth of his self-discovery. Through his journey, Santiago learns to listen to the world around him, recognizing signs, omens, and patterns that help him understand his path more fully. Santiago's love for Fatima introduces the theme of love's role in fulfilling one's purpose. Rather than holding him back, Fatima encourages Santiago to pursue his dream, confident that their love will survive any distance. This type of love, which supports rather than confines, embodies Coelho's message that true love is empowering. It reinforces Santiago's determination to complete his journey, even as he faces moments of doubt. Fatima's encouragement shows that love and destiny are not in conflict. Instead, they harmonize, guiding Santiago to realize his potential while strengthening his relationship with her. The story also explores the nature of fear as one of the greatest obstacles in achieving dreams. Santiago faces fear in various forms: fear of failure, loss, and the unknown. The alchemist teaches him that fear is a natural part of the journey, and that facing fear with courage is essential to transforming oneself. Santiago's transformation is reflected in his evolving relationship with fear. By the end of his journey, he understands that fear often masks the true potential within. The novel urges readers to confront their own fears, as only then can they experience true growth and uncover life's deeper treasures. Alchemy itself serves as a metaphor for personal transformation. The physical process of transforming metals into gold parallels Santiago's internal transformation from a shepherd uncertain of his path to a man deeply connected with the wisdom of the world. This alchemical process illustrates the belief that individuals are capable of immense change, and that life's challenges are part of this transformative journey. Santiago's growth reflects the alchemical ideal that one can achieve spiritual fulfillment by embracing life's lessons and integrating them into one's own identity. The cyclical structure of the novel, with Santiago ending his journey where it began, reinforces the idea that life is a continuous quest for self-discovery. Though Santiago returns to the same physical place, he is no longer the same person. His return to the abandoned church, where he first had his dream, signifies completion and fulfillment. The journey's purpose was not solely to find material treasure, but to uncover his own inner strength, wisdom, connection with the world. This cyclical journey speaks to Coelho's message that the greatest treasures often lie within ourselves, and that true fulfillment comes from self-understanding and harmony with the world around us. In the end, The Alchemist is an invitation to readers to explore their own lives, dreams, and fears. Coelho's storytelling encourages self-reflection, inspiring readers to consider the ways in which they might pursue their own personal legends. Santiago's story reminds us that dreams are worth following, that love and courage fuel our journeys, and that the true treasures of life are often discovered within. The novel leaves readers with a powerful message: the importance of listening to one's heart, embracing the unknown, and believing in the transformative power of life's journey.